No, he's not a billionaire. He's just renting that house.
He has security with him everywhere he goes because he wears over $1 million worth of jewelry.
And yet his security fails to protect him every time. Check this out.
Hey.
Good morning, Internet detectives. We've seen this story before, not just with Jack, with countless creators. The pattern always looks like this: rapid rise, excessive flexing, normalizing chaos, losing support, blaming haters, and the scariest part, every creator thinks they'll be the exception. They never are. Jack Doherty's life looks insane from the outside. Fast cars, luxury homes, stacks of cash, chaos everywhere, and millions of people watching.
Yo, what's up guys? I'm Jack Doherty, and this is my crib.
Here we go again, big body bench, cut off all my friends.
To his fans, Jack looks untouchable. To his critics, he looks reckless. But here's the problem no one wants to talk about. This lifestyle doesn't collapse because it's fake. It collapses because it's unsustainable. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why Jack Doherty's rich life can't last, no matter how viral he gets. Jack Doherty's rise began in 2017, when he was just 14 years old. His formula was simple: be louder, be more aggressive, go further than everyone else. And for a while, it worked. By his late teens, Jack had built a massive audience and was reportedly earning significant income from YouTube ads, sponsorships, and live streaming. But instead of slowing down or building something stable, Jack leaned harder into flex culture, luxury homes, supercars, and the lifestyle that looked limitless. The problem: online fame doesn't pay forever. On social media, being rich doesn't mean what it used to mean. It doesn't mean long-term stability, it doesn't mean ownership, and it definitely doesn't mean peace. Online, wealth is a visual performance. If it looks expensive, if it feels fast, if it creates shock, the algorithm rewards it. Jack Doherty's content is built around that exact illusion: speed, flexing, chaos, and escalation. And for a while, that illusion works perfectly. But the first crack appears when looking rich becomes more important than staying rich. On October 15th, 2024, viewers watched in real time as Jack Doherty's McLaren hydroplaned into a highway barrier during a Florida rainstorm.
Oh! No! No, watch out! Open the door, open your door! We're locked in here!
Oh, I just broke that.
Me too. Watch out. No, don't do that!
Why?
No, my car, bro.
Vamos, baby. Vamos, sal. Que estás bien.
Dude.
But what shocked people wasn't just the crash, it was what happened after. Instead of immediately checking on his injured passenger, Jack continued live streaming, arguing with chat, worrying about camera angles, and downplaying the situation as his cameraman stood bleeding beside him.
Michael, here. Michael, you have film on that phone too. No.
That moment wasn't just a crash, it was a metaphor, because Jack Doherty's rich life wasn't built for control, it was built for chaos, and chaos always comes with a bill. Here's what viewers rarely see. Real wealth is quiet. Influencer wealth has to scream, and screaming is expensive. Influencer wealth isn't the same as real wealth. Much of what looks permanent is temporary. Short-term rentals, borrowed access, sponsored appearances. None of that is illegal, but all of it is fragile. And when the algorithm shifts, as it did for prank content, creators are forced to find new ways to fund the same lifestyle. That's where Jack's story takes a darker turn. Over the years, multiple former associates and online commentators have alleged that Jack shifted into managing and promoting OnlyFans creators as a primary income stream. Several of these claims came from people who were close to him at the time. One of them was his former girlfriend, McKinley Richardson. In interviews and social posts, McKinley claimed that their relationship became intertwined with business and that she felt pressured into content decisions tied to Jack's income.
Conversations with them, so I was having a good time. The videos that we filmed were quick and easy. At the time, I also didn't really understand the whole OnlyFans aspect of it. I assumed, people have their content houses, and that was something that was very popular at that time especially. So I was assuming, this is a group of people, they're from Florida and they're having so much fun, like as friends, they film videos together, that's their way of making their income. Until, I realized that the way they did make their money was through OnlyFans. And that was something that I didn't judge them for. I was, aware that they were doing that, but that was something. Coming back to our apartment, she was out of town at the time when I was staying. And she came in and she basically told me, hey, my friends from Florida are in LA and they were wondering if you would like to film a social media video. At the time, I didn't know who Jack was. I didn't know who any of them were. But I took that as an opportunity. I was like, you know what, like, I'll film a little video, like, sounds fun. I ended up going to the house that they were staying in the hills, and they were very inviting. I mean, the girls, they were there and they were talking to me. His employees were talking to me, but Jack wasn't really, involved in any of our conversations. He was more so, when I remember him in LA, he was just in his phone constantly, separated from everybody. But like, I loved the people around him, and they were very, very inviting. I had great conversations with them, so I was having a good time. The videos that we filmed were quick and easy. At the time, I also didn't really understand the whole like OnlyFans aspect of it. I assumed, people have their content houses, and that was something that was very popular at that time especially.
It's important to be clear, these are allegations, not legal findings. But taken together, they point to a pattern, a lifestyle funded not by longevity or stability, but by pressure, control, and constant escalation. And systems like that don't last. As relationships broke down, so did Jack's access. Former collaborators disappeared. Public sentiment shifted. Brands became quieter. This is how influencer collapses really happen. Not overnight, but silently. Your real currency isn't money, it's tolerance. And Jack's tolerance meter was running out. The McLaren crash marked a turning point. Because Jack was live streaming while driving recklessly, insurers reportedly declined coverage. Shortly after, Kick, his primary streaming platform, permanently banned him. That wasn't just a platform loss, it was a revenue collapse, an audience collapse, a reputation collapse. Suddenly, the rich life had no engine. Jack Doherty's lifestyle didn't fall apart because people were jealous. It fell apart because it required constant outrage, constant pressure, constant risk. That's not wealth, that's a countdown. Jack Doherty's story isn't about being fake rich. It's about building a life that only works at full speed, with no brakes. And when the road is wet, when the pressure is high, when the audience turns, the crash isn't a surprise. It's inevitable.